My name is Alain, or otherwise known as my PSN ID or gamer tag, whatever it is you call it, sses. My specialist ability of choice is Overdrive.
You can't let me do that to you. You can't let me do that to you!
And my specialist weapon of choice is the Annihilator. The main reason I focus on this ability and weapon per choice is just because my two best modes would be arguably capture the flag and uplink, and I feel like I can really take advantage of most of the times that my teammates, we need to come up big or we need to come up clutch with an ability such as Overdrive, and I can successfully use it. However, if Overdrive is not available, I'll just go ahead and switch over to Active Camo. It's not as fast, but you could definitely make really awesome plays with Active Camo. I first started getting into gaming whenever I was 3 years old. I remember my dad buying me a Game Boy Advance, the ones without the LED light, like the real flat white ones. I remember those. And I remember I started playing Sonic Advance, and I was so addicted to the game. Even though I couldn't get past like the 5th or 6th level, I'd always constantly be playing levels 1 through 3 over and over and over again. And it got to the point where my parents thought, okay, you're playing that way too much, so they told me to turn it off at night. But it turns out that like at night, whenever I'd lay in bed, I kind of had levels 1 and 2 memorized, and it was just muscle memory, so I knew how to play it. And I don't know, I would just replay it, and as a kid I was just easily entertained, so as long as I had something, then it turned out to be alright. I first started getting into competitive gaming whenever Black Ops 2 first came out. I remember my dad and I going to the midnight release at Best Buy for Black Ops 2, and there was a tournament going on, and he told me, come on, play it, and I'm like, no, I don't really want to play it, it's not so much my thing. And it was until there was a player that I saw there that I knew in person who always beat me every single time, and I thought, you know what, this is going to be my time to beat him. And that's like my first little sign of like competitiveness, I guess you can say, that I ever saw come out of me. And it was a 16-man free-for-all. For top 2 advanced, top 2 dropped out. I ended up making it to the finals of the tournament, and I ended up getting 4th place. I got invited to another tournament, a local LAN, after that tournament passed on, and I never went to it. I really saw my attitude change. I got more frustrated, more angry, and I just really feel like it wasn't the environment for me. However, I did start playing competitive Call of Duty around Black Ops 2. And then my first tournament win was in Call of Duty Ghost. It was 2 of my teammates, Terminator and Chaos. We were pretty good friends for the most part. We were teaming here and there, but we could never find a solid 4th until there was a GV tournament, a variant opened up for 3v3, and we ended up, just going through the tournament. It's in that moment where I learned, the certain situations that occur in game, how it really truly feels to win, how it truly feels to struggle with a team. And there were points where we thought we were unbeatable, and there were points where we thought like this was not gonna last whatsoever. And it was until we ended up winning the tournament. It was for $200, so Terminator ended up getting $100 as Chaos and I got 50. And after that, my hunger for wins has just been super strong. I want to win again, and that's what it is that I'm going for. As a player, I typically run a submachine gun. I'm really like in your face, trying to push you out. I'm a super aggressive player, so in like S&D, I'm constantly trying to go on a flank, or I'm constantly trying to throw you off guard. In hardpoint, you'll see me play the hill a lot of the times, but whenever we have full control of hill, I'll go ahead and push out. Also, like I said, my biggest game modes would be CTF and uplink, mainly because in those modes, I feel like I can really slow down the game. I can really think to myself and just make ends meet, and you can pretty much not expect me to mess up, and I'd like to think that I'm real out of the box when it comes to playing uplink or capture the flag. So I really feel like that's what benefits me as a player overall. My teammates, they would be indifferent about what they have to say about me. I feel like they would say that I make a lot of mistakes, and that really like comes with being a player. Like, you make a lot of mistakes. It's just what happens, There's nothing You know, I mean, yes, there's something you can do about it, but you learn from your mistakes. That's pretty much what it comes down to. And thing is like, they're super helpful with what they do. They like to guide me in the right direction, be like, hey, this is what you did, this is what you have to do next time. And it really helps me out. Also, another thing that they would explain about me is that I get really amped up in game. I'm the guy that starts yelling, I start pounding on my desk, I get really into it. And it's just like, I bring that intensity onto in the game, because it really helps out my teammates. Because the second one player starts rolling, or I start rolling, then everyone else starts like feeling invincible almost. And that's really far-fetched, but that's just really the way you feel whenever you start really getting into the game. In Advanced Warfare, I really hit a low point in the game. In Ghosts, you know, I just came from a tournament win, and then my two teammates, Terminator and Chaos, ended up leaving to Xbox. I've always been on PlayStation also, and they ended up leaving to Xbox because they felt like they could get more tournament wins out of it. And it's somewhat, you know, it makes sense. Their logic, you know, the logic was there. And whenever I first got into AW, I was so hungry for a win, so hungry for a team, and I was looking for a team, and my desire to win was so strong. When I first joined JSG, they, you know, they were the first team to take me. The time zone difference was pretty hard, but not to bloat about it, but me and this other guy, Gianni, we were the top performers on that team. And just after that, they felt like they had no time, so I had to go searching once again. That's when I joined IG, my very first big organization in Call of Duty. And at first, I started off as an okay player, but after a while, I don't know what it was, that I just started losing my groove. My shot wasn't on point, and I became an objective player, as where in Ghosts and in Black Ops, I was a support slayer, or a sub slayer. And I ended up being an OBJ player in Advanced Warfare. I would have people telling me, you have no thumbs, you can't shoot, you can't play right, just quit. And not gonna lie, a lot of those things did get to me a lot of the times, but whenever it got to going into Black Ops 3, I could not play the game whatsoever, and it just was a huge struggle for me. It was until someone actually opened my eyes and told me that if you really want to do what it is that you dream of, you actually have to put the time and dedication into it, no matter what it is that you're going through. And after this person opened my eyes about it, you know, I just decided to grind it out, get better, and now I'm in this position where, you know, we could actually make it the distance if we really tried. My weakness, I don't really want to explain, because in case my opponents do end up watching this video, you know, I don't want them to know what it is that destroys me, mainly because there's a higher chance that I'm going to find out what it is that destroys them before they get to me. My ultimate goal, I'm not going to sit here and say like I want to win a championship, I want to join the pro team or a pro team or anything like that. You know, if it happens, it's awesome. If it doesn't, oh well. All I want to do is be able to say that I at least tried so hard, or I tried sufficiently enough for me to try and make this happen. And after that, when I can truly say and be content with me trying, then it'll be all said and done, and I won't be disappointed if I end up leaving Call of Duty, which won't be anytime soon. I'm definitely gonna make this happen as much as I can.